Hi everyone, how are you? It's been a while on this channel. I think that anybody who has written anything ever in their lives is probably not horribly surprised by this fact. Writing is just, it's a joy, and also I don't understand how some people do it as quickly as they do. But I'm here, and what I actually wanted to do today is I kind of wanted to share what I'm writing about, because I realized that as I'm giving updates, if you guys don't even know what the hell it is I'm talking about, it kind of takes away from whether you're excited about it or not. So this is not going to be an elevator pitch, because I'm really, really bad at those. Whenever anybody asks for an elevator pitch of my book, I'm still working on it, because I'm super long-winded, and the idea of having to just word vomit everything that I am doing to a stranger in a box is frankly not realistic. Before I get into that, I just wanted to also ask that, if you want to support a writer, if you want to talk about books, you want to talk about writing, you want to listen to what I'm up to, this is the perfect time to press the subscribe button and also maybe like the video, please. Okay, so this book that I am writing is about a doctor named Michael Harris, who at the hands of his own curiosity and his idiot brother-in-law winds up pulled into an underworld that is manned by creatures that we once thought were mythological. And these are creatures that are actually pulled from myth and legend and folklore, and I had a ton of fun putting it together. And as the story continues, Mike becomes rather disturbed by how much more interesting he finds this world, and he also kind of starts getting pulled into a mystery about what it is his brother-in-law is trying to do as he disappears regularly throughout the story. So it's a lot of fun to write, and if some of you were like, isn't that American Gods? First off, how dare you? Second off, I had actually not read American Gods before I came up with this book. The thing that actually caused me to write it was the fact that I was actually in the midst of trying to send in a proposal for a nonfiction ADHD book at the time. And if I'm being honest, I was not feeling that book. I really wasn't, which is probably part of the reason that proposal was never accepted. But as I was trying to write this thing, I was like, I just need something that I'm going to write for fun that I'm enjoying. And so I decided to come up with 3 things I enjoy that I find very interesting, and that is medicine and science, herbalism, and folklore. And I decided to come up with a story that melded those 3 things. And that's what I did. And as I continued to write this, I just found that I already had my beginning, middle, and end, which I had never had before. And I was really enjoying writing it. I was enjoying sharing it with my husband. And so I really got into writing it. And next thing I knew, I was 300 and something pages in, 33 chapters out, and it was done. So my first draft was actually finished before the beginning of the year. I had really hoped that I was going to have this thing out for an alpha read by April, but that did not happen. And I am now in the revision phase of this book. I am now at the point where I'm about halfway through the revisions. The big thing that has kind of messed things up for me is that as it goes, when you read your first draft, you find mistakes. And one of the things that I was really struggling with is that my bad guy, his name is Dax. Dax is a leprechaun. That doesn't sound very scary, but I promise you he's way more of an asshole than that sounds. Dax was, when I first wrote him, way too thin, and I didn't like it. And so I had to go back and completely rewrite him, and I actually based him, I really wanted him to kind of be one of those bad guys that is so sure that he's doing the right thing, but he is clueless and he's hurting people, and he actually at the very base of everything doesn't really care. I actually based him off of Elon Musk, And I will regularly go through these characters. I'll introduce them as we go. And so there will be more to say on Dax, but that took a very long time to do. And then there is a whole chapter that I had to rewrite. And then as I was rewriting that chapter, I realized that 2 story beats that I had come up with don't make sense anymore. So those had to be removed, and which means I'm going to be rewriting a bunch of chapters now after that. And so it's been a little bit more of an undertaking than I thought, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, by the end of July or early August, it'll be out for people to alpha read. And if you don't know what alpha reading means, it means that basically this book will be kind of at a 1.5 second draft, and then I'm going to just go ahead and give those to some people to read, and then once they decide whether, basically they're just going to be reading it for, do the characters, pop off the page, do I enjoy that, is the story enjoyable, does the book make sense? And as long as that is true, then, I'm actually going to go ahead and start trying to query some agents, try to see if anybody's interested in it, and if nobody is, then I am going to handle it myself. I believe in the story enough that I genuinely think it needs to be out there, and this is kind of more of just a curiosity to see if anybody else is interested in taking it and selling it. So that's basically where I'm at on this book right now. That's what the book is about. For some people out there, I think the term we use now is spicy books. I am kind of a 12-year-old mentally, and so anytime that I have ever tried to write a sex scene, I'm too giggly. It doesn't work. So I once actually, just for funsies, wrote a bunch of purposely bad erotica, and that was the most fun I've ever had in my life, by the way. But I don't really write books like that, so there's none of that. So if you're looking for that, you're probably going to be disappointed. There is kind of a bubbling romance. There are witches and trolls and lots of swearing and violence, so there's plenty to look forward to. But so we're looking to have this book out in 2026. I am really looking forward to sharing more about this book and sharing bits of this book with you as we go. But if you have any questions about the book, if you want to know anything else, please feel free to ask. Tell people about this channel. Like I said, please like and subscribe, and I will have more for you guys very soon.